My name is Andy here with Saratech. Let me show you around and welcome to our live stream. Come on in. This is our lobby. As you can see, we are following COVID protocols. So I have to keep my mask on and making sure I'm safe and everybody's safe. I'm so glad things are getting better and looser, and hopefully soon we'll be able to see you in person at our corporate headquarters. But for now, enjoy our live stream and nice to meet you virtually. So come on in. Hi, Annabelle. So Annabelle is in charge of our safety and making sure everybody's following protocol. So hello. Let me talk to you a little bit about Saratech. We are an engineering company helping customers develop better products. So how do we do that? We do that by providing engineering services, software, and manufacturing solutions, including 3D printing, which you'll see today. So come on in. Unfortunately, we are virtual, so we can't give you any of this cool stuff, but if you were here in person, you're more than welcome to have our pens, cool Markforged koozies, and everybody can use these antibacterial wipes, right? This is our main area where our 3D printing machine is. Over there is Andrew Mosbon. Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
And we'll be talking to Andrew in a few minutes. And over here we have Frank E. Vegas. Frank is one of our member of our sales team and very helpful and always around to assist with customer requests. As you can see, we are staying safe, 6 feet apart. So long distance waving, that's what we're doing. So come on. As you can see here, we have some sample parts of sample 3D printing parts. So we have 3D printing solutions from Markforged, HP, and Big Rep, and these are all of the different parts that our machines can produce. From something like this, like a sample Markforged brake lever made from onyx material, to a really cool 3D printing, we call it the Mighty Duck. This is a vent that was designed and tested in Siemens CFD software called Star CCM Plus to optimize the airflow within the HP machine. So we have a whole story about that. But today we're focusing on the Markforged machine. So come on this way. And we'll be showing you today the Markforged metal 3D printing system, as well as the composite printer. That's the X7 you see over there. And Andrew can walk you through the process.
Hello, yes. So over here we have our Metal X system. It is a 3-part system. So we print our parts first here in the machine. And then once we have our printed part, we come over to a washing station, wash it. It goes from a green part to a brown part. Once we take our brown part, we put it in the sintering oven, and that's how we have our final 3D printed part. And over here we have our composite solution. This is the X7 machine that can print in nylon as well as use continuous fiber reinforcements. Over here we do have an HP machine. This is a multi-jet fusion powder bed technology that we have as well.
So Andrew, why don't you show us some more detail about this machine? Tell us a little bit more about the system itself,
Absolutely.
maybe the print volume, what's inside, show people a sneak peek of what's
Yeah, so
happening
let's
in there.
take a look in here. So what we have here is a fairly large bed. It's about 13 by 10 by 9 inches, and 8 inches. And what we have here are 2 different materials. So this machine can run a variety of metals. We can do tool steel, A2, D2, and H13 tool steel. We can also run 17.4 stainless steel as well as copper and Inconel. So we have our metal here on the spool, and it's a powdered material that's been encapsulated in wax and made into a filament. Now over here we have a ceramic release material. So what the ceramic release material does is it puts an interface between the support material, which makes removing supports after the part is printed super easy. So we have the machine here, very large bed, and it will print the part here. Now we do have to remove the wax from the printed part that's in the filament. And that's where we come over to our washing station over here. So the washing station, it does use an industrial detergent, and you put your parts in here, it will wash the parts off. Once they're washed, you put it over into the drying chamber, and you can see some of our parts here. So these are considered brown parts because they've already been washed, and now they're ready to go into the sintering oven. Over here we have our Sinter 1. There is a Sinter 1 and a Sinter 2. Now the main difference is the size. So this is the smaller of the two machines. It has a setter plate that can accommodate parts approximately 9 inches by 2.5 by 2.5. So you'll take your parts over here, put them here into the sintering oven. You close it up, seal it up, and then about 27 hours later, you have a metal 3D printed part. So this system here has a lot of benefits over like a powder bed solution, because as you can see here, we're just in an office space, and we have this whole system set up in an office. Totally safe. We don't need to use any sort of shielding or anything like that. That's because the powder is encapsulated in wax, and that reduces quite a bit of risk there. So it's a great system. You're able to come up with parts rather quickly. You can, in about less than 2 days, have parts from CAD, final part in hand.
Great. Why don't we take a look at this cool X7 machine that's actually printing?
Yes.
Can you see some of this?
So this is the X7. So this is the largest of the Markforged printers, composite printers. Now this one has a nice large bed, as you can see here. It's about 12 by 9 by 7 build volume. And what it can use is, it has 2 nozzles, as you'll notice. Now one of those nozzles is for the base material. We can run the proprietary filament, which is called Onyx. Now Onyx is a mix of nylon as well as chopped carbon fiber to add a little bit of stiffness in there. However, there are other variants of Onyx, such as a flame retardant version that does meet UL standards. There's also an ESD, which is also used in industry for electronics. Now, the other nozzle is for the continuous fiber reinforcement, and this printer can use continuous strands of carbon fiber, fiberglass, and Kevlar as well. And what that does is gives you extremely strong parts. And with the parts that have been reinforced with this carbon fiber, for example, you can get parts that are as strong as aluminum.
Excellent. So let's take a look at some of the parts outside, and let's talk about some of them.
So here is a great example. This is the sample box over here. And you can see this is a part here. This is the nylon. Now this is different from Onyx because Onyx is black. It does have powdered carbon fiber in there, so this one is clear because it doesn't have that. Now nylon is fairly flexible, as you can see here, so we do have some flex to it. Now all of these parts are printed with the clear nylon, so we can see the internal fibers. So this one here is an example of the fiberglass. The fiberglass adds quite a bit of stiffness to it. However, fiberglass is a little bit heavier. So that's why we have an option for carbon fiber. Now, carbon fiber gives you the most strength and the lightest part possible. So this part here is extremely strong. I can't even bend it. And we do have also a Kevlar fill, as well as combining the carbon fiber with the Onyx. So the Onyx does already have that chopped carbon fiber in the filament, as well as strands of carbon fiber that are running throughout the part, just like this part over here. So you can see extremely strong parts. We also have some metal parts over here. Here's an example of a part that was printed on the metal system. So this would be something you have the threads printed on there. So it comes out of the printer, out of the sinter, just like that.
So one of the questions that comes up sometimes is, hey, do we have to account for shrinkage? And what software do we use to prep the parts and all that to make sure that the final part comes out within the same tolerances that we're expecting.
Yep. So the software that is proprietary to Markforged system is called Eiger. Now, great question on the shrinkage. The software automatically accounts for that. So you don't need to have your engineers put in a shrinkage factor or design it into the part. It's all done within the software. Now, Eiger, we can take a look at later, has a very clean workflow. All you need to do is import an STL file. From there, you can pick what machine you're using, what material you're going to be using, and then it will do all of the pathing and everything for you. And if your printer is hooked up to Wi-Fi, which the Markforged printers are Wi-Fi capable, you can send it directly over the internet, as well as monitor it from anywhere in the world.
And I also saw that recently Markforged released Blacksmith. Can you talk a little bit about Blacksmith, please?
Absolutely. So Blacksmith is a great inspection tool. So if you're needing your parts to meet tight specifications, the Blacksmith tool will use the laser that's built into the print head of the composite systems. And as it's printing, it will scan with the laser to make sure that that part conforms to the tolerances you need it to. So it's a great way to make sure that the parts coming off the printer are compliant with the tolerances you need.
Excellent. Thank you, Andrew. And I hope you enjoyed a little bit of an insight of our 3D printing technology. Again, if you were here in person, you'd be able to touch and feel and play with some of these parts. That's always the best. Hopefully, soon we'll all be able to do that, but I'd like to thank Andrew for taking the time to share with us some of the technology today. Obviously, Saratech, we're here to help. If you have additional questions or need more specific information, you can always call us at 949-481-3267 or email info@saratech.com, and we'll be more than happy to discuss with you some specific and share with you information that you may need about these systems. Thank you very much and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Thanks for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter for the latest engineering news and information. And to see all of our upcoming events, please visit our website at saratech.com/events.